Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, here are the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 66 of Let's Platinum Evoland Legendary Edition. Alright, let's get straight into it. We are now going to do the Sylph dungeon. Oh god, this part is so annoying, but I have notes, not for the entire thing, but I have it for most of it. So let's see if my notes work out well. Hopefully they do. Alright, so remember we got the Sylph's Tear, that was just to eliminate this part of the, this bit before actually entering the dungeon. So let's go. You have a Sylph's Tear. Be careful not to lose your way in the Sacred Grove, as different eras merge there. Alright, now we can go. It seems pretty not surprised for the fact that, you know, they said, the Sylph's Tear, you'll never find that. That doesn't even exist. Well then, how did you name it? It's kind of weird anyway. Okay, so let's use my guide. Use Fina's ability to get past the vines. That's a good start. Okay, now what does it say? Travel to the past and use I'm literally going to just read my guide. Travel to the past and use Fina's ability again to get rid of the same vines. Get it? It's the same vines because they're in the past. Okay. Cut down the tree above and push it into the river. Cross the river and use Fina's ability. Wait. To push, that thing's called the Truncodile, south. Cross the river back and head north into what seems to be a dead end. However, use Fina's ability. This is just going to save time later. To push the Truncodile north. Alright, so far so good. I actually remember adding that bit right at the very end, so that wasn't something that I added at the beginning. It was when I got to the end that I realized I could do that. Now continue as normal. Travel to the present. Okay, do that. And then to the future. Oops, I wasn't looking. It's hard to look at the screen and and head around to push the Truncodile to the west. Alright, so the Truncodile's sleeping there, or semi-sleeping. Now we're going to use Fina's ability to push it to the left. So this part, this whole thing is a really big dungeon with just quite tricky. There are some tricky sections. Even working out that you can push that thing south for the first time is not the easiest thing in the world. So what was it? Travel to the past again, which I can only do by going here. Then do this. And then continue further west. And then I wrote, you may have to push the Truncodile downward to do so. No, doesn't look like I have to. Alright, yeah, so they block off that area now, by the way. Travel to the future. Which this one allows you to do. And hit the Truncodile to the north. Which Truncodile? This one here. Okay, yeah. So this is a bit tricky, this part. So hit this Truncodile to the north. It's gonna do that. And that will block, that thing's called a Sadista. It'll block the Sadista's attack. Hang on. Okay, we're good. And allow you to proceed further west. But I have not written that I have to travel back to the past. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, so you can see the Sadista has that black stuff swirling above him to the west, to the east and south of him, and then this Truncodile only attacks to the south. If you get in that, you just basically get hit by this fire and you die. Okay, so now we have to use Menos's ability on these 3 mushrooms. So pretty simple. Just use his ability, wait until it regens, use his ability, wait until it regens, use his ability. And then use it one more time on this blue mushroom over here. So you can see, oh yeah, by the way, Look how many chests there are. There are 6 and there are 5 already on the screen with a card as well. Then travel to the future in order to head south. Okay, so we travel to the future and we go down here. In the future, the Sadistas are not awake. So if we didn't hit that blue mushroom at the end there, this blue mushroom wouldn't be down and we couldn't knock it down. For whatever reason, like we can't knock it down in the future. So heading to the right will lead you to a collectible star. So let's get collectible star number 27. Hooray! Okay, head back and travel to the present. So far this is working out great. It's only the end that's going to be really frustrating. Alright, so even here is where things get tough. So use Velvet's attack. Okay, so now here's the problem. You have to sneak... You have to wait until... Yeah, oh that's it. You have to... Hang on a sec. So I think the idea here, like the intended method, is to freeze that tomato or whatever it's called and then come down here, because if you don't freeze it, the Sadista's attack will, like, it sort of permeates the branches and then it goes down there. And that tomato as well kind of like knocks you around. You can do it, there's a quicker way to do it, and that's by kind of just like staying underneath like this, but then it hits you and you just take a little bit of damage, but it is possible to do it like that too. Okay, so... okay, don't use the travel pad here. Instead, head up and pass by as the tomato gets in position. So just like that, perfect. And now what am I supposed to do? Hang on. Okay, apparently I'm supposed to use Menos to lower this red mushroom. Cool, I didn't actually remember that you could do that in the present. I thought that was only a past thing. Okay, now go down. Travel to the future. And head up and to the right to gain access to... Head access to what? Past the red mushroom, yeah. So you got to do that in order to go through here. Hang on a sec. Ah, yes, but it's not over yet. Then you've got to use Fina's ability. So you see the blue mushroom. I'll just prove this to you. So use Menos. It just kind of like knocks the mushroom. It doesn't actually do anything. But then you have to use Fina's ability here. So it's like, oh man, it's so hard. You just, it's probably, honestly, like in terms of dungeon design, it's up there with some of the best Zelda dungeons. It's very frustrating because it's hard to work out, but it is really good for pretty much that reason. So use Fina's ability from the left to hit the Chunkadoll to the right, head back down and travel to the present. So let's do that. God, I've lost my thing. Oh, and now freeze... What? Oh, I died. I was too close to where the Chunkadoll was. Okay, I have a feeling I may have screwed something up because that thing is blocking my path, but... Or is it... Hang on. Or is this it? I think that's what I meant. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So you do that, you freeze the tomato and to get past the Sadista again, technically the Chunkadoll as well. Well, not really actually. Let me read that again. Stay to the left and finally reach the blue mushroom, which you can now lower. With Menos' ability because we're in the present. So yeah, little limitations. By the way, there's like little mini glitches with this thing. So like, for example, I think here... Oh, well I can't show it now. Come and disturb me, who does? The Yoda tree. Okay, watch out Kuro. He seems pretty tough. You can count on me, Kuro. I think Kuro's got like Chrono's stance from Chrono Trigger. Which is pretty cool. And it looks like when you fight Lavos. I'm going to use my full strength in this battle. Wait, this is most certainly the Forest Guardian. I can't believe I almost turned him into wood chips. We are sincerely sorry, Mr. Guardian, sir. I am not certain he can understand us. He seems in rather poor health. Let's try using the Sylph's Tear. What the hell do you think of that? Oh, okay. We have to actually action that. From the Sadista's evil influence, healed me you have. My thanks you have, younglings. I'm glad to see you're doing better, Forest Guardian. The Guardians we ran into before were slightly more aggressive. Reward you I must... No, hang on. Reward you I must, yes. That's something like Yoda, right? Sadly, very little do I possess. Now I'm getting into Morgan Freeman. Alright, anyway, the Oracle told us that the Magi had entrusted you with a fragment of the Magi key. Indeed. This fragment I have, and give it over to you I will. Good care you will take. Dangerous this fragment is, probably. We'll do our utmost to remember that. Venerable Yoda Tree. And we legitimately get the fragment of nature. But things are not over. Oop, sorry. Things are not over just yet. And yet, sad I am. Now trapped in this sacred grove, you are. Trapped? But why? Over on the sacred grove, the sadists have. Strangers, escape they cannot. That's awful, I can't be stuck here. The force I sense in you, younglings. Aid you, perhaps it can. It? The force? What force? Find it perhaps you can, but most surely, you it will find. What a curious way he has of speaking. We have to find it, Kuro, whatever that is. I'm not in love with the idea of being stuck here my whole life. But what force is it he was talking about? Okay, cool. Let me just check something. So this is over on Sacred Road there, sadism, but fight them I cannot. Okay, so, well here's the thing I was trying to show off. So you can basically go here for whatever reason, but you can't like go anywhere else. You can't go to the left. Okay, so here we go. We can't, there is a treasure chest here, but we're in the wrong time period to be able to access it. That's kind of how that works. There's a little tree here that we can talk to actually. Thanks for saving our guardian. My kin and I will help you. Listen to our advice if you lose your way. Continue searching for it if you want to be able to leave the forest again. Alright, so we gotta search for it. Velvet. Now I just want to kind of figure out what I'm doing. Okay, so let's freeze the tomato all in place. That is no, that's way too late. I want to also, like you might notice I'm deliberately using my guide to kind of do this properly. Because if I make like even one mistake, it's like it's so annoying to try and like figure out what I've done wrong and then rectify that. So I'm just kind of using my past self to trusting my past self that I did the right thing, and I think I did. Hey, what's this? Hey! Uh-oh. What'd you wake me up for? Man, I only slept about but 12 years. Let me have some peace and quiet. What you doing here, huh? And who exactly are you, anyway? What? You came to look for the Magi thingamajig? And now you're stuck in the grove? Ha 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 ha. Jeez, what a dumbo. Shouldn't have come here, you. What? You don't know how to destroy the sadistas? Oh, come on, a little baby could do that. All you gotta do is ask a Trunkadile to burn him out. What? You don't know how to talk to forest beasties? I suppose you human folk can't do much, can you? But you do have strength. Those lazy old Trunkadiles never lift a claw, but you went and budged them. I saw ya. So here's the plan, Stan. I help you chit-chat with them Trunkadiles, and you help me burn out them sadistas. I mean, you did help out the geezer, so I guess I can do the same for you. How about it? Yes. Oh, hey, I forgot to introduce myself. Navi, of course, like Navi from Zelda, basically. And don't you go complaining about my love for small talk. Cool, so we gain access to Nawi. Nawi's only available in this forest. Yeah, that coin gave me a lot. So there's a chest there, but I can't get it. Yeah, Nawi's only available in this forest, and more importantly, he's only available in the present. So we'll have to make clever use of our, you know, timings and everything like that. Okay, so the first thing you want to do here is probably... Yeah, so you use Nawi, and then you can sort of jump in here into the Trunkadal, and you can take out the Sadista bit. Notice that we also took out the Tomatol. That's actually a pretty good thing. There are sometimes, I think, if you take out the Tomatol in certain instances, people have said that you can like get locked out. I don't know if that's the case, but there's a good chance that it is. Okay, so let's have a look. Head south and east to take the long way around, but make it past the Trunkadal. You'll see another travel pad. Ignore it for now and use Nawi to possess the Trunkadal and destroy these little whatchamacallits. Destroy the plants. Use Nawi again and use a Trunkadal further away to take out another Sadista. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Nawi can travel really far actually, so you can see here just how far he can travel, and I can't remember where that other Sadista is. No, I didn't want to do that. Is it up there? Okay, no, that's not what I want. Weird. It must be over here. But I might have made a mistake because I have a feeling I can't get past. So I think what I have to do, hang on. I'll try one more time, just trust my guide. So I can't cross the water there. Yeah, the only way I can make it is if that mushroom is down. The only way I can do that is I can get, but I travel to the future. And then this is the, okay, yep. So I think this is how you do it. So yeah, you're supposed to cross over, hit that thing down, travel back to the future, then travel back to the present, and then do what I was doing. And this is the hard bit. This is the bit that got me stuck for a little while, even after I was doing it the second time. You gotta go here, get into this Trunkadal, but then you have to make sure that you take out the Tomatol as well. If you do not take out the Tomatol, you can't progress, and I'll explain why in a moment. Okay, now travel to the future and go to the Yoda tree first, because if you do so, you can get that treasure chest that we were trying to get before. And this gives us green goop. The Sadista's over on... okay. There should be a card here. I mean, I'm guessing I'll get it later, but yeah. Turn to where you travel to the future and head east. You can now hit the Trunkadal to the left. Okay, we can, but let me just check down here. Okay, nothing here. Oh, there's a tree here though we can talk to. Now we can travel very far, but only in her own time. Yep, so I mentioned that already. Okay, so we can go here. So if we had not destroyed the Tomatol, basically it would have been blocking this entrance no matter what time you like use the teleporting pad thing. Okay, we can hit that thing to the left, which surprisingly actually does quite a lot. And then go further up where you'll see an ethereal chest over there. And hit the Trunkadal you see here with Fina. Again, not much movement, but it is actually very worthwhile to do that. Some would say required. Get rid of the vines that are to the right with Fina's power. Oops, I completely screwed that up. Beautiful, there we go. Sorry, just bear with me a second. And move this Trunkadal to the left. Look how many things you can do all in one go. Head back the way you came, travel to the past. Alright, I think I'll leave it there because we're pretty much right at 20 minutes and I'll continue from here. I thought this would take probably 3... Oh, hang on, did I say travel to the past? Yeah, I think I have to travel to the past. Okay, so I'm going to stay here and we'll continue next time. I thought this would take like probably 3 episodes to do, but it looks like it's only going to take 2 because I got quite far. Alright, so I want to thank you all for watching episode 66 of Let's Play Evoland Legendary Edition. My name's Ultimate456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.